But this is what God showed me at this moment. You know, this is why we need to be transformed and renewed. That you do not do what you would normally do. Hi, welcome to Walk It Out, where faith meets a real life. You know, in life, it's amazing how many challenges we have. And the Lord just reminded me of this challenge I had. And it's so beautiful because you never know when the challenge is going to arise. It just happens. So today I was reading my Bible and the scripture, Hebrew 10:36 came up for me, where it says, "Do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed in the renewing of your mind, that you may know what is the perfect will of God for your life." And let's just say this, perfect, right? Challenging. So I was in a plane one day and thinking about this beautiful wedding I'm going to for my brother and my sister that I love so much. And guess what? I literally forgot my suit for the wedding, and not only my suit, but for my other brother and the uncle of the groom. And I was flying from Johannesburg or Tambo to Cape Town. So when I'm literally 30 minutes or 40 minutes away from Cape Town, I was like, snap, where are the suits? That was when I remembered I forgot all of them back where I came from in Old Tambo. And I remember the stress because I asked this other brother and he was like, oh, man, the expression in his face, when you're in something, challenging something that is stressful at the same time. But this is what God showed me at this moment. This is why we need to be transformed and renewed. That you do not do what you would normally do. I would just freeze, um, look for somebody to comfort me, which is great things, guys, but you should not do that. I remember when I went through a high stress, I sat down on my seat and I prayed and I said, God, I don't know what to do. And I remember him saying, I got you, son. Do not be afraid. There is another way. I know you can come into the comment section and say God doesn't do that. I'm telling you my experience. I remember standing up from that seat and looking at my friend. I said, hey, there is another way. Don't worry about this. And we did not know what the other way looked like. But as we touched down the ground, God started speaking to me very clearly to talk to the right people, make right calls. All of a sudden, I was able to make the right calls to Owatambo and be able to get those people. And I remember just when I was doing this, I had the relief, I had the peace, I had the love. Everything else was amazing. I knew for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that God was working on this thing. And I know at this moment that there was nothing that could go wrong. When you know and you know and you have the knowing, it was so great. And today, what am I trying to tell you today is whatever you go through, be transformed in the patterns of your mind. Let your mind be so renewed that you don't do the same things, that you understand and you remember what God can do, because only Him can do it. And only Him can show you the right way. And only God can actually bring the peace that you need. So, should we be afraid of challenges? We will be, that's for sure. And we will get in challenges that we don't know what to do. And that's why we have God. That's why we have someone like Jesus. And that's why we have somebody that we can rely on. That when you are not doing well, you know exactly who to run to for your comfort. And my friends, I want to say this again. I did not know what to do. Remember, tomorrow I have the wedding and I left the suits in Johannesburg But the next morning, the suits were in my hands on the right time before the wedding photo shoot. And this just reminds me that God is so real and He wants to be within our life story, writing the story with us, as real as it could be, on your real day challenges, on your real day basis, what you're going through, what is happening with you, what's going on around you. He is right here, and you just need to know the faith you have. It doesn't have to be big. Just take a step. Just do a little bit of trusting. Just a little bit. I ask you to do a little bit. Tiny trust. Not too much. Not, oh, I trust him, I trust him. Just a little bit, like, I don't even know if he's going to do it. But just have that little hope, and you'll see Jesus come through for you. See you.